College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies offense takes the field for the first time today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative. To get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And the Huskies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Looking for space. It's high. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page. And then you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up.
There he goes! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Coffey. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That's reeled in. It's Owens. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harper. And he's dragged down. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking for space. It's Owens. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They'll give it to him again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will get the ball for the first time. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Unloads quickly. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Fakes the grab on the left. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defense.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to throw, it's Conway. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing the rhythm and the cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down. You're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Leaves it with the running back. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run play action. Pulls it in. It's Owens. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab. It's Coffee. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Coffee. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
That's why it's so important to have success on 1st and 2nd down. They're running the ball on 2nd down. You trust your O-line to get the job done. The running back does his. And now with the positive play, you're setting up 3rd and inches.
And let's not complicate this. It's worked before. The QB sneak continues to get first downs. Keep using it. Keep moving the chains.
And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Makes a connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Washington coming to the line with another first down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's high. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And into the end zone. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. They'll give it to the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Washington wants to go quickly. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Rides the back on the option to give. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Makes the grab. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease. It's Duarte. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw, it's Conway. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Duarte. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. the punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The short hands, it's Owens. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Huskies moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. So nice to have a target like that.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And the Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Here's the handoff. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to bang this one through from 52 yards out and the left hash. And he had just enough to will that one home. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
He'll return it. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, but they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Looking to pass. It's Conway. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver.
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass, then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They're dealing with a second and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Under fire. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Wolverines send out the punt unit.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Motion from the wideout. Gonna run it. It's Owens. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Might as well give it to him again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll leave it with the lone back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Right down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's the pressure. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the 1st down mark. Receivers work high. Tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And this is the type of defense that have made the Huskies a factory for pro players.
Yeah, and Reese, when I think about Washington football, I think about defense, I think about right place, right time, great thought process, just physical, make you earn everything they get every single year.
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse. There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. A bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on second down. Good timing on the quick out. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Washington right back to the line. Right back to the well. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Michigan offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Conway. Catch in the middle. It's Duarte. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Fights off a defender.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Under fire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
And the Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Gives it on the option. Hard running there. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Rides to back and leaves it. Touchdown, Michigan! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground, get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Conference USA action right now, fellas. Wait till you see how things are playing out. The home team has the lead right now, but this crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. The Blue Raiders have been hanging in there, but they're going to need something to break their way, and soon. They're up by a field goal over Middle Tennessee. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got a man, it's Coffee. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
I I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The give to the tailback. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Fires to the tight end. It's got one out to their own 37.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture. They're going to win.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
On the run, it's high. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Wants to go up top. Can't meet the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on third and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking.
Makes a grab past the marker. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
They'll go to the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there.
Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down, still moving. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Handoff to the single running back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The give to the back. Fighting off the defender. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
On the move. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll take a knee as they keep draining the time off that clock, now under a minute to go. When you hit this point in the season,